One thing that really struck me is understanding the power of nature and outside play. It's a model that we believe that we should try and see if we can bring to Tel Aviv.
I think the last couple of days, the best thing that I learned here is how there are different visions of maybe the same problems or issues in our city and here in London. You guys here are looking for more flexibility, more people in the street, and maybe in Lima it's the other way. We want more rules to start involving the authorities here. What I'm taking is to find this balance between those posters.
What I like most is going in the playgrounds around, and especially the ones that were made by natural materials like wood and sand and water, and this is something that I'll definitely take back in my country.
Here I learned the power of small hills. Just at the park where right now we have such a hill. It's really small, just a different bump, and then kids will go up and down and they'll have fun like that. And that this is something I learned here, and it takes me back to my own childhood.
The most interesting part of this tour was the way how people who works in a city hall, they think about how to create environment for children, playable spaces and spaces, the most appropriate spaces for children to play.
There's just not one thing, but there are so many things that I'm taking it from here. One is that just few design interventions can actually make child-friendly space. You do not need as like the high cost equipment specifically. Second, it would be the maintenance part of it. I think in India we don't have so much facility for the maintenance, or we don't have the funds for it. We just create it and it goes on its own.
I'm here to basically suck up as much information I can on playgrounds. It's been wonderful to meet people from all over the world.
What I take from here, there are a bunch of things. I cannot even think of just one. But I think we need to start with one pilot and just see how it goes and then replicate it to a network.
I'm absolutely impressed by the way that British use landscape and how free the open spaces are, how not protected, not fenced.
What I take from this 3 days we had here is the idea that kids should be allowed to be kids, that play space is very important, but the quality of these play spaces are equally important. We are in the middle of a process of redesigning our urban development rules and refurbishing and renovating our parks. I'm sure this will have an impact.
It was an amazing experience to be here in London, to know the best practices regarding playgrounds. We are really inspired, and we are for sure are going to replicate this in São Paulo.
The thing that struck me the most of these 3 days and all the things we saw and hear and learn and exchanged is, it might sound simple, but how important is nature in an urban context. Especially for children.
Here I learned to see things by the view of a child.
We are focused on supporting health in our area, and we've just started a childhood obesity program. What I took from today was so much inspiration for that program. The idea that you can start in the space you have and do actually quite quick changes to show what's possible and to make kind of small impacts and then work with the community to plan for longer term change. That really inspired me, and it's definitely something I'm going to take into the programme back in my office.